Jonni, SHREVE, BB Pro, Mr. Tell Like It Is, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Coaching Up. Coaches, or athletes, or soon-to-be pros, maybe. I don't know, we're gonna figure this out because today we're gonna coach up and critique Brandon Harding's hardest workout of my life with Andrew Jack, double or nothing. I was looking for videos to do that I haven't covered, just different muscle groups, so he happens to be doing shoulders, and I just happened to put out a shoulder workout last week, big boulder shoulders, hope you guys watch it. So make sure you guys watch that video after this one because there's a lot of things in this video that will refer to the video that I just did. We're gonna go after these workouts, look at it, critique, and see, is Brandon Harding gonna give us some information, help optimize your shoulder training? Is Andrew Jack and Brandon Harding gonna give you motivation to go train shoulders? Can you copy these guys and redo what they did without getting hurt or any of that stuff? I've already skimmed through the video, guys. We're just gonna watch the training parts. We're trying to skim through any kind of talking and just rate these guys and see what's going on. Let's get it started. Warm up. All right, here we go. So we have seated, we have chest support, rear delt flies, I think. Okay. Okay, so I don't know if this is a warm-up set. Remember, guys, a warm-up set should be a set that gets you in preparation to do your working set. So you're basically rehearsing really good form so that when you start your workout, you're not straying away from that. If we're lying down and doing flies, biggest thing I see all the time when people do this is they bend their arms like this and they're doing this. So you're looking at activation and range of motion and where your hands are placed. If you're doing rear delts, you want to keep everything up here. The lower you go, the more we're going to get lats to help pull the weight back. Lats and rhomboids and traps. And we're not getting that much pressure or stimulus on that rear delt. So when you're doing it, you want to be here and pulling out, just like this. So if I was lying down, pretend that I'm lying down, we want to be here. We don't want to be doing this and pulling here. You can see the difference in activation from here than from being here. So pulling out. Now, if I put my hands here to give you an idea, I'm pulling to here. You can see my rear delts turning on. Now, if I go down like this, you can see that my lats are starting to engage, especially when you're doing a lying chest support rear delt fly. That gravity is gonna push down on those hands and those elbows, and wherever you decide to pull, that's what muscle is gonna be working. So the lower my arms go like this, the more I'm working lats. So you wanna be here and pulling here. And pulling with the elbows, but not having such a bend in the elbows, such you're kind of just doing this. We want to keep that range of motion long, meaning we want the hands to be far away from our midline. Remember, again, I'm always gonna make those points as to the further away you are from midline, the more isolation we're gonna get in the delt region. So if we're slowly getting down like this, we're not really hitting those rear delts as much as we can anymore. We're getting a lot more help from other muscle groups. Let's go.
The warm-up.
What? That was the end of the warm-up.
So the end of the warm-up. It's still a warm-up, guys. Do not get confused between a warm-up set and a working set. Because if you do that, you'll start to do your working sets, not have enough gas for your actual working set, right? Cool, now we're on to reverse pec deck. One of my favorite exercises to do. You're watching Andrew Jack do it.
Man, that burned.
It's pretty much like stacked the whole thing already. This is starting out.
Okay, let's see if they can handle the weight. So right now, I like the way he's actually keeping the hands this way. Again, I made the point as when our hands are in that pronated position, we're hitting that nice line right down to our rear delt, right across from the top. The seat's where it should be. What I don't like is the head down like this and pulling that way. I'm being nitpicky with things, but again, guys, if we want to have a really good, healthy, optimal workout, we have to think, spine health, having that neutral spine. And that spine starts from here, right from your head. So you don't want to have this kind of stuff, pulling like this. Watch the difference between my posture from here to here. I'm gonna get a lot more activation pulling like this and standing up nice and straight. And then we have a lot more activation on those rear delts. From floor to core, make sure we are strong on the floor, strong from our core, and then we can really isolate and pull from that rear delt. Let's keep going. So we're doing our working sets in front of pec deck. We're gonna watch Brandon's go. He's putting the weight up. So good job for Brandon for the effort is there, which is great. I love the effort. But again, we want to really get that chest up, man. We can decrease the weight by a little bit to have that much more control and isolation on that rear delt. But I like the pause rep. I like that kind of stuff in there to really get maximum isolation and muscle stimulus on those rear delts. Now, we're moving on to machine shoulder press. Check it out.
12 reps, 13 reps. I don't think I've ever pushed anything 7 plates in my life, really. Like maybe a rack pull.
So we're making a point about the 12 to 13 reps, and then immediately going to how much weight's on there. My train of thought would be the weight doesn't matter that's on there. It's how do I make the reps quality, and then exhausting the shit out of that muscle with a challenging weight. Lower the weight enough that it's still challenging as all hell, but you can still control the weight, still keep good form. So here we go. So right now we're doing a warm-up set, pretty fast, you know.
Straight in without a warm-up, Lewis. Making it look easy.
Slow it down, you know, guys, slow it down. Thank you, slow it down. Anthony Jacks, you know, again, guys, listen, I coach a lot of people. And when I go in there and I'm like, hey, man, do a warm-up set, and I see them, how's that a warm-up set? Your warm-up sets will set the tone for the rest of your workouts. How you perform your warm-up is how you will perform. So let's see how this has set the tone for their shoulder press. So they've all basically zipped through their warm-ups.
What's the point in 3 plates when you can go straight to 4?
So range of motion is pretty sad.
Lewis,
How about do that?
in there for 4?
And if you look at how they actually have the weight set up, their bench is set so low that they're starting with it here. Now for me, when I'm doing any kind of machine press, I will set my seat low enough so that when I get underneath the weight, there's already a little bit of tension when I'm sitting there. I don't want to get underneath and just be like, boop, and be like, okay, because then I'm just pressing like this. My full range of motion for my shoulder looks a little bit like down to here. It's not here to here. We want that shoulder to go through the whole range, here to here. Anyway, let's go.
Nice.
Okay, so I want you guys to look at his hands. Hands, placement's bad. He can't control the weight, so why even let him? Guys, remember, iron sharpens iron. Don't let your partner do shit wrong. Don't spot his ego. Don't try and pop out somewhere and all of a sudden you're a superhero because your buddies are around. He can't control the weight. He's obviously not as strong as Brandon or Anthony. So let the guy lower the weight so he can do it right. Again, now we're gonna talk about hand placement on the press. Make sure your arms are stacked underneath the handle. So the handle's here and I am like this. I'm now pressing the weight like this. I can't press the weight here because the machine goes this way. So when I'm sitting in the machine and my elbows are back like this and I'm pressing, what part of my shoulder do you think is working? My interior delt. This is a shoulder machine which is placed right here by your ears. You should be getting a lot more lateral head and rear activation than you are when it comes to anterior delt. The only time your interior delt should be fired off is when the bar or weight is literally in front of you because you have to be here when you press it. You're gonna cause yourself a little bit of impingements in your shoulders by pressing against something that's not supposed to go this way, it's supposed to go this way. So you're basically doing this. Elbows underneath, here to here. There's a big difference between this and this. Shoulder mobility is crucial when it comes to building healthy, good-looking boulder shoulders.
Go.
Yeah, and don't let your boy struggle in a bad position. All right, let's see, Andrew. He's still got that little range of motion. Listen, you guys are gonna be like, oh man, but look how big he is. I don't give a shit. Look, I don't care how big the dude looks or how good his physique looks. If you're doing it wrong, you're doing it wrong. And then you're teaching other people to do it wrong. I'm not saying Anthony's doing this intentionally. He's doing what he knows. He's doing what he's learned. Brandon Harding is going to build muscle. Brandon Harding has amazing genetics. He has amazing genetics and he's obviously enhanced. He is going to make muscle, whether he does it right or does it wrong. You guys out there who don't have amazing genetics can't get away, or not on any kind of enhancements, you can't get away with doing this. So you have to go at it the right, optimum way. Train smart and hard.
4, wait a counter. Come on, 5. You got 3 more. 6. 2 more. 7. Come on. Finish it. Up. 8. Perfect. You got it.
Okay. I want to keep going here. I want you to watch. Guys, don't let your guy do this, right? From Florida Core. The poor dude is smaller than the rest of them. He's got great physique anyway, but he's not as big and as strong as the other guys. So remember, if that's your crew's only as strongest as the weakest link. Remember that. So don't let your weakest link fall behind. Bring him up to speed, because the stronger he gets, the stronger you get. Now I want to talk about hand placement. If you punch somebody with the hand you're using to do shoulder press or bicep curls or whatever, or skull crushers, would you break your wrist or would you knock someone out? If I'm doing skull crushers like this, and my wrists are like this, and I punch somebody, that's what you get, right? If I did this and I'm punching like this, I'm like, that's what you look like. If my hand's like this and I punch you like this or like this, that's a strong hand. It's a strong fist. It's a strong wrist. When you're grabbing something, that's your stability to start. That's your chain reaction from the start. If you're like this, 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 you're not going to be able to optimally isolate your muscle as best as you can if your hand was like this, strong, powered by trainers.
Yeah.
All right, just load up the weight. Let's see how much. Let's see what they can do. Load the weight up again. Let's see Andrew jacked here. So again, Andrew, like if you watch him, guys, if you watch the start of his exercise, this is a shoulder press. Andrew's, big up to Andrew, made his physique, but look, the last rep. And again, why? Oh man, why? Andrew, man, iron sharpens iron, guys. Just because you're big and jacked doesn't mean you just do what you want. Because the blind leads the blind. You're gonna follow, watch, and he's gonna do the same thing. Watch, here's how it goes. Remember when I said your warm-up set the tone? Why? Of course. That was a wasted rep. Guys, Andrew started with his shoulder press like this and ended up like, get it off of me. Got it. Guys, when we're training from here first, not from here. It's not train from here and then review it after. It's you're thinking about what you're doing the entire time you're doing it. You're focused on lifting the weight properly and the rest will follow. You don't have to load up the stack. For what? For a rep like this that makes you're working shoulders, now we're working our chest at the end of this. Okay, so upright rows. This is one of my favorite exercises that people get wrong, okay? Upright rows. Oh, God, again. Now, wrists. Okay? An upright row is now Andrew Jack is doing it a little better when it comes to where your hands should be in upright row. Hands a little outside shoulder apart to pull right up. We start doing this, we're pulling, we're losing, we're congesting everything in here. We're pulling. We can't open our chest, open this up. We want to have this open it when we pull right up. And then we want our wrists, our fists, our shoulders, our elbows to be in the same plane. So that weight starts from here and comes to here. It doesn't go from here and end up here. Now, again, lower the weight, man. Just lower the weight a little bit. Who cares if you have a plate on?
Come on, 4 more. 3 more. 8. Come on, 2 more.
Come on.
9. Finish it. Come on.
Okay, guys, I'm nitpicking, right? I am nitpicking at these dudes because I'm trying to give you guys the best advice I can give using them as an example. These guys are elite. And for those who have the ability to be these guys, the rules still apply for you. Don't make the same mistakes as they did. Now, I can guarantee you, ask anybody, if I can go back to the beginning of my career, what would you change? Well, I would train a lot smarter. All right, front delts, we're doing dumbbell front raises. Now, good for them, exercise is good. One thing I don't like, and I've done it before, so I'm not saying these guys, are just the ones who do. I've done it before, where we're doing our front raise, we're kind of doing this kind of thing. We're like, yo, what's up? lean to the side, or leave your head in the damn middle of your body. You're manipulating your traps to help with the weight come up. We want to use just the front delt. I'm not making my shoulder activate anymore by doing this. My shoulder is already at its full range of motion. If you see my shoulder, what it looks like from here, it's already activated. Doing this doesn't activate it anymore. Don't have it so much out to the side, bring it in a bit here, right to the middle of your body, right? So if we had 2 dumbbells, we're here. So we're pressing up, we can be here, right? I don't have to be here and then move my head this way. I can be here and then here, and then here, and then here. And that is getting me full activation from here.
Chakras are aligned.
Bro, you don't do the same way twice. Hell no.
Oh my days. I have been belittled. Where are the 25? He's like 27.5 last set. What the
7.5. Finish strong, bro. It's your last set.
My 16-year-old self can use a shoulder press these. Come on, bro.
Probably the worst advice that I've seen this whole video, and that is purely an ego response, or it's ego advice. Don't ever do the same weight twice. Why not? You always have to add weight. What if you're not doing it right? What if you need to do it better, and by going down 2 pounds will make the set way more optimal than going up 2 pounds? Don't ever take that advice. That's ego advice. And ego advice gets you hurt results, gets you doing dumbass shit just because someone said you can't do the same weight twice, bro. So let's see what happens when he doesn't do the same weight twice. Remember guys, we're talking 27.5 kilos, not pounds, right? Now we're getting way more shoulders swinging, right? He's got to wind the thing back and pull it up. He could have used the same weight or even dropped it down by about a half and did way better. Look how much more trap he's using in this. Look how much more bend in his arm he has. Look how much more he's swinging the weight. He's doing more traps than he's doing front delts.
Finish it. Finish it.
You just see you dying in the background.
I'm the water boy. Namaste.
Let's go, namaste.
Yep, come on.
Okay, so we're finishing off with ladder raises and traps. I don't do traps. I don't do traps. I don't. I don't ever train. I used to train traps all the time. I don't, because I end up getting a lot of headaches, neck problems. If you guys want to have neck problems and headaches and all that good stuff, go do traps. Go do traps till the cows come home. About 20 degrees of any of your lateral, front, whatever lifts, your supraspinatus, little muscle, whatever area in your trap, so you guys don't know, does the work. That's why I don't train traps. I get them enough from every other exercise that I do. Isolating traps to me is somewhat redundant. You guys might argue it, that's totally fine. Now, if you're going to actually do traps, I would recommend doing traps where you're not rolling up this way, you're pulling your shoulders back this way. For you guys who do want to do traps and make it more optimal, don't think about doing this. You want to have your shoulders doing this in back. You're getting a lot of help in your mid trap, rhomboids, and your upper trap area to pull this way and up. This is more optimal to do traps from this way. I'll show you from the back. Here's doing traps the way he's doing them. Here's doing traps what I'm saying doing them. It's a big difference. Here to here. We always want that good neutral spine. If I do this, I'm gonna get rolling of my back. If I do this, my shoulders and my back stay very square and linear. And then again, when it comes to just overall activating and doing the lateral raises, you know, again, all I gotta say is just control the weight. There's a lot of things in that video that could have been done a lot better for people to understand how to train shoulders properly. I find a lot of times people look at, you know, shoulders, it's not that muscle group you have to pound, because you're doing a lot of shoulders in every other exercise you do throughout the week. So for you to go to the gym and load up pounds and pounds of weight to struggle like this is gonna just be results of like injuring down the road. It is inevitable. If you train that way, you will get injured. Take some of the cues that I'm using and giving you guys to help optimize your training. Lee Haney said the best thing. You don't have to annihilate the muscle. You just have to exhaust the muscle. Anyway, guys, the workout's good. You know, it's motivating. Some things you can do there to be a lot better. Again, guys, I would love to train some of these guys, man. I would love to train these guys because I look at their physiques and I'm like, man, your physique looks like this right now from what you've been doing. What could your physique look like if you turn that notch up to optimal? Anyway, guys, hope you liked the video. If you did, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and share the video because you know I'm going to come out with that Mr. Tell Like It Is truth. Vulnerable, transparent truth. And guys, for coaching, JonniShreve.com. Come get in the best shape of your life for the rest of your life, guys. I will help you with your training via FaceTime, WhatsApp, Skype, whatever it is. Nutrition, supplementation, the works. If you guys don't know how things work out, you can buy a phone consult with me and I will take the price of the phone consult off of any package if you decide to move forward, guys. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at _JonniShreve_. Make sure you follow my gym at Impact Fitness 56, guys. We still got a bunch of upgrades we're doing. I can't wait to get a leg press in there pretty soon. Another squat rack. We're getting those more prime rotate handles. The works. I can't wait because the more videos I do to help you guys out, the more equipment I get to use, tools I get to use to help you guys optimize your training. Iron sharpens iron. Progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.